name's Gerben. I'm 7th generation dairy farmer. We're here with Sarah and Chico, and we're going to show you how the milk goes from grass to glass in 24 hours. Blend all these commodities into a TMR, which is a total mixed ration. It's got three augers in it and just mixing the feed all up. They know it's chow time. They know it's time to eat. They got alfalfa hay, alfalfa green chop, corn silage, and the mix of the grain. Corn, cottonseed, canola, corn gluten. And that's what we call a TMR, total mixed ration. We have a nutritionist that does the diets for the cows. So he tells how many pounds of corn, how many pounds of hay. We feed them so good, take care of them so good, they don't get sick. You don't want a cow too fat or too skinny. You want them in good condition. Sarah, show Chico how to milk a cow. Let's go see how to milk a cow. Come on over to the barn. These are the cows coming into the parlor. We have cow mats in our floor, so our cows are standing on rubber, not on cement. They like standing on rubber. That's how we pre-dip the cows. We sanitize them before we milk them. This is where we're wiping the cows off. Make sure the udders are clean, clean, clean. The teats are real, real clean. Well, we start at 4 in the morning, and then we go until about 10, and then take a little lunch break, and then we feed them again in the afternoon. So they come in twice a day. They get milked twice a day. It's 7 minutes each time they come in. Good job, Chico. Yay, Chico! Yay! Yes, he can. We mow this every 21 to 28 days, and we call this green chop. We feed this to our cows fresh. It's full of protein, great feed. Sarah, can you show Chico how we do it? Jump in the truck. We got to have everything on time. Everything runs 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Cows don't stop. I'm very passionate about my business. To watch everything run like it's running, and the cows getting fed on time, the milk getting processed on time, and getting delivered to my customers on time is very, if I fail, I don't get a second chance. It's our family business. I love it. Me and Lisa would like to thank Chico for coming out, buddy. We really enjoyed you.
Thank you.
Would you hire him?
He's hired.
He's hired.
I'm gonna steal him from you guys. He's hired.
Thank you.
My name is Pat Byrne with Sarah Farms here in El Paso, Texas. I'm supposed to be meeting my buddy Chico here to talk about milk, but I haven't seen him anywhere. Hey, Chico, there you are. You ready to go see a milk plant? Let's go. Every load of milk that comes in here, we test for temperature, antibiotics, and bacteria. Once we make sure it's safe to drink, then we hook it up just like Chico did. We pump it into those big white silos behind you over there. So these are chart recorders, records all the temperatures. They're like thermometers. So if you look at these ones here, those circles all low down here under 40 degrees. The only time it goes up is when we wash, so we make sure it was hot. So in the olden days, I would come in and say, hey, Chico, did you wash silo 2 last night? And you'd say, yes. And I'd have to believe you. Now we look at these and say, did the temperature come up? Is it long enough? Oh, it was, so it got washed. Good job, Chico. And over behind you are the charts for the HTSC, that's high temperature short time. That's the critical control point here. That's how we pasteurize the milk. From here, we can select any of the tanks, the raw tanks, pasteurized tanks, and if we go into here, the HTSC controls, that's how we're gonna pasteurize. And in the olden days, you used to have to wait for the cream to rise, and you have to test it and say, okay, maybe it's 2%. Now the computer tests it 10 times every second. If it's 2.1%, it puts a little bit more skim milk. If it's at 1.9, it puts a little whole milk. There's 2 of these machines here that look like a spaceship, and they're separators. Basically, they spin the milk around, and they send the skim milk to one silo and the cream to the other silo. And that's how we get the milk to make our 1% or 2% or our heavy whipping cream. So this machine right here is homogenizing the milk. Basically, those pistons are putting pressure on the milk, and they send it through a little tiny hole to break up the cream so the cream doesn't rise to the top. So your whole milk stays whole milk all through the whole gallon, your 2% same thing. So after the milk is all uniform, we send it to this machine over here that looks like a radiator. That's actually the pasteurizing unit. So one side is hot, it's about 180 degrees, and once it's heated up, it goes through the tube of milk there. We hold it for about 12 seconds, and then the other side is cooled. It cools it down to about 33 degrees. And that's what kills all the bacteria, makes it safe to drink. So if you look in here, Chico, when those molds open, hot plastic comes down, and the molds are cooled. Right now it's blowing air into it. Every time it opens, 6 more bottles come out the bottom. So if you notice when they come off, they look a little funny. They have this on top, and this on the bottom. This machine here cuts them off. We regrind that plastic and make a new bottle out of it. Good job, Chico. Right over here, we're making half pint, 8 ounces for some of the local schools. So after we make the bottles, over here we put the labels on so we know if we're making whole milk, 2%, 1%, chocolate, orange juice, and then that tells us what store to ship it to. Sure you know what that date is, right, Chico? That's when you gotta drink it by, right? All these other numbers on here mean something else. This is the plant it was made at, this was the time, and what silo. So if we ever had a problem, we can find out what happened. It looks a little different than a milk carton, right? This machine actually takes this cardboard, opens it up, folds it in and seals the bottom, then it puts some milk in and it seals the top. It does a way better job than I do. And it makes, each filler makes 350 a minute. So I'll ask you the same thing I asked the first graders. If this machine runs 350 a minute, this runs 350 a minute, if they're both running, how many can they make in 1 minute? 700. So all the milk in here, we pasteurized last night, we fill it today, and it'll go out in a truck tonight. We go from the farm to the customer in 24 hours because it tastes better fresh. Well, thanks for coming out today, Chico. We saw how we received the milk, we pasteurized it, we bottled it, we put it in a case and put it on a pallet, and now we've loaded it on a truck. So tonight at 4 in the morning, these will be delivered to the local schools.